Africa's engineering legacy stretches far beyond the iconic pyramids of Egypt.
For millennia, brilliant minds across the continent have crafted architectural marvels, pioneered advanced technologies, and developed sophisticated systems that shaped empires.
Yet much of this ingenuity remains buried in time, overshadowed by colonial narratives.
Today, we unearth the forgotten genius of African engineering.
Part 1. What is African engineering?
What exactly constitutes African engineering? It's the indigenous innovation woven into the fabric of the continent's architecture, hydraulics, and metallurgy. African engineers didn't simply construct buildings.
They encoded memory and meaning into matter itself.
Using materials like stone, mudrock, iron, coral, and wood, they created structures that stood the test of time and climate.
Part 2. Great Zimbabwe. Dry stone mastery. Let's begin our journey at Great Zimbabwe, a testament to dry stone mastery.
Built between the 11th and 15th centuries CE, this sprawling complex features towering walls and a distinctive conical tower, all constructed without mortar.
The precision of the stonework is breathtaking, with carefully fitted blocks creating stable structures that have endured for centuries.
But Great Zimbabwe was more than just an architectural feat.
It was a thriving trade hub with advanced drainage and ventilation systems. As you walk through its elliptical enclosure, you can almost hear the walls whispering tales of kings, commerce, and unparalleled craftsmanship. Part 3. Lalibela. Churches carved from mountains. Our next stop takes us to the highlands of Ethiopia, where the rock-hewn churches of Lalibela stand as monuments to human perseverance and faith.
Created in the 12th and 13th centuries CE, these 11 monolithic churches weren't built from the ground up. They were painstakingly carved top-down from solid volcanic rock. The engineering involved is mind-boggling.
Not only did the builders have to excavate massive amounts of rock, but they also incorporated sophisticated drainage systems and underground tunnels.
Lalibela wasn't constructed.
It was revealed from within the very mountains themselves. Part 4. Nubian pyramids and hydraulic systems. Venturing into ancient Nubia, we encounter the kingdoms of Kush, where engineering prowess manifested in both monumental architecture and practical innovations.
The steep-sided pyramids at Meroe and Napata stand as enduring symbols of Kushite power.
But perhaps even more impressive are the hydraulic systems developed to harness precious water in this arid region.
Vast reservoirs and underground cisterns ensured survival and prosperity. The engineers of Kush didn't just build monuments to the gods, they engineered the very foundations of their civilization's survival.
Part 5. Coral cities of the Swahili coast. Along the Swahili coast, coral became the building block of maritime empires. From the 10th to the 15th century CE, cities like Kilwa, Mombasa, and Zanzibar flourished as hubs of international trade. Their coral stone architecture was both beautiful and functional, with modular layouts designed to maximize ocean breezes. These cities weren't just built near the sea, they were engineered to harness its power and connect Africa to trade networks stretching to Arabia, India, and China.
The Swahili coast cities stand as enduring masterpieces of maritime engineering.
Part 6. Metallurgy and toolmaking. African metallurgy and toolmaking tell a story of innovation that predates and often surpassed European techniques.
In places like Enugu in Nigeria, and throughout Rwanda and Uganda, iron smelting techniques were developed independently and refined over centuries.
African smiths were producing high-quality carbon steel long before such methods were known in Europe. The precision tools they craft, from intricate chisels to powerful saws and deadly bronze weapons, quite literally shaped empires and changed the course of history. Part 7. Sacred geometry and mathematical design. But African engineering wasn't limited to the tangible.
Mathematical concepts and sacred geometry were woven into the very fabric of society. The fractal patterns found in villages across Cameroon and Zambia reveal a sophisticated understanding of scaling and repetition in design.
Egyptian temples incorporated the golden ratio millennia before it was discovered by Western mathematicians.
Even divination practices, like the Bamana sand drawings, encoded complex mathematical and binary concepts. In Africa, mathematics wasn't an abstract pursuit, it was living, breathing architecture. Part 8. Colonial erasure and rediscovery.
Tragically, much of this rich engineering heritage was systematically erased or devalued during the colonial era.
Indigenous knowledge was suppressed in favor of European methods, and the achievements of African engineers were often attributed to outsiders or simply ignored. But the genius of Africa couldn't be truly buried. Today, archaeologists and digital modelers are rediscovering and reconstructing these marvels, while a new generation of African youth is reclaiming their ancestral design heritage.
Part 9: Conclusion and Reclaiming the Blueprint.
As we conclude our journey through Africa's engineering marvels, it's clear that the continent's historical genius extends far beyond individual structures. African engineers built entire systems, integrated networks of architecture, infrastructure, and technology that sustained complex societies for millennia.
From the massive stone complexes of Zimbabwe to the delicate coral cities of the Swahili coast, from advanced metallurgy to sophisticated water management, Africa's innovation shaped the ancient world and continues to influence the present.
The story of African engineering is one of resilience, creativity, and enduring brilliance.
It's a legacy that was buried but never truly broken.
As we uncover and celebrate these achievements, we're not just learning about the past, we're rediscovering blueprints that can shape a better future.
Africa didn't just engineer structures.
It engineered possibilities, and those possibilities continue to inspire and challenge us today. Africa engineered first. Its genius laid the foundations for civilizations, pushed the boundaries of human achievement, and created marvels that still leave us in awe. By reclaiming this legacy, we're not just correcting the historical record, we're unlocking the potential for a new era of African-led innovation. The blueprint of Africa's brilliance isn't confined to history books.
It's alive in the imagination and determination of a continent poised to shape the world once again.